Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be sharing the video on penguins in Madagascar, and while I do want to give a thanks to Ogude Michael for requesting this video, I will also say that I do think I had more than one request for this particular video, but I can't remember who else might have been, so feel free to let me know in the comments. Okay, enjoy.
Disney.
But like in the Mr. Peabody and Sherman video, that joke doesn't work here, and this comment I got on that particular video can tell you why.
Cool. Got it. It takes place sometime preceding a year before I've decided to watch this movie. I'm going to say this is 1933. Cool. So, sometime in 1933. Continue.
But it doesn't take place in 1933. It takes place 10 years before the events of this film, and it's intended to be set in the early 2000s. And I say that because the movie takes place shortly after Madagascar 3, and that movie took place in 2012, as evidenced by this part of it.
Antarctica, an inhospitable wasteland.
Veneration.
Here we go again.
Also, Werner Herzog was born in 1942, so he didn't exist to narrate this in 1933.
And again, this part of the movie doesn't take place in 1933.
Why do you think there are always documentary crews filming us?
Oh, please, there's no way that's a wireless boom mic, and more importantly, this kind of equipment didn't exist in 1933.
Refer to the previous sin.
DreamWorks movie kicks off the plot by having a main character chase down an egg cliche. Okay, it's mostly this in Ice Age 3. But I'm counting Prince of Egypt, because that basket they abandoned Moses to the alligators in was definitely egg-shaped.
But that's only 3 films, and I don't think that's enough to consider this to be something overused to the point that it has lost its meaning. And also, the Ice Age movies were from Blue Sky Studios, not DreamWorks.
Look, he's fine.
Sam Jacksoning a seagull as if your movie title is Deep Blue Seal.
Arbitrary movie reference.
Rico doesn't choke and die after ingesting this large egg. And yes, this is Rico's thing, but it's still bullshit. Here's an extra 20 sins to cover all the rest of the times the large item swallowing happens.
But like you just said, that's Rico's thing, so what's the point of that sin count pad?
These penguins are now shot to a height higher than the original fall, but don't need any Deus Ex Machinas this time to survive the impact.
Considering that the penguins are in Antarctica and are surrounded by ice, I don't see how this is a Deus Ex Machina.
Cool, got it. This section takes place sometime after I've decided to watch this movie. I'm going to say it's 2185. Cool. So, sometime in 2185. Continue.
But it's not 2185. Like I said before, this movie takes place shortly after Madagascar 3, so it's likely set in 2012.
10 years ago on this very day, the tiny egg hatched.
His egg hatched in 1933, not 2175. This movie is having major issues with its timeline continuity.
Nah, I think it's vice versa, since you're just randomly guessing the timeline in which this movie takes place. So this is probably a good time for me to give out my award.
Rico, sonic incursion device.
Where the f*** are they keeping that hidden? Actually, now that I say that out loud, even if you have that info, I am no longer interested in knowing it.
Rico had probably previously swallowed it, considering that he's the penguin who always swallows things and later retches them up.
Not making the walls in Fort Knox vending machine proof.
So, in the 7 sins that were before this one, Jeremy was pointing out mistakes with the cheesy dibble vending machine. And while they were all valid points, it got to the point that he got really mad about that and said this at the end of the previous sin.
That's it. Done. I'm out. When they ask you what happened, tell them it was a vending machine that ended me.
And with the computer narrating her, I'll say that I think that feels a bit strange, and I also think Jeremy didn't need to get that mad over a vending machine. So I'll give him a sin for each of those 2 things I just said.
Making this vending machine a TARDIS but not realizing it now stands for time and relative dimensions in stupidity. Ha, 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 ha.
Again, the computer narrating feels strange here.
Oh, f*** that noise, I'm back. But I swear if that vending machine returns, I will... Wait, why is the button to prepare the laser over here instead of with the other laser controls?
Second part of this sin is agreed with, but for the first part, I'll say that you, again, did not need to get that mad over the vending machine.
Naughty, naughty. Pretty birds belong in their cages.
Discount Bill Hader is not voiced by actual Bill Hader.
I think John Malkovich's voice fit Dave really well.
You may not remember me, but I could never forget you. Let's shake up some old memories.
Keeping your vengeance snow globes on display, just in case you need to do some flashback exposition.
Pointing things out on the screen.
Nicholas, cage them.
These terrible name puns that will run through the entire movie. Aaron, Taylor, John, sin them.
Sinning one of the funniest parts of the whole movie. That's worth a few extra.
You messed with the wrong birds, because we are an elite unit. Best of the best.
Scene does not contain an Eric Roberts, a Christopher Penn, or a Philip Ree.
Jeremy says something random cliche.
Thinking umbrellas are trampolines. I blame Mario. F*** Mario.
Arbitrary video game series reference.
This scooter is able to support the weight of the boat and all 5 passengers. And for those viewers now shouting, it's an animated movie, give me a break, I would like to welcome you to the channel. And then welcome you to f*** off.
So you're acknowledging that all this is happening in an animated movie, and yet you're still sinning the movie for it regardless?
We've got melons! Get ahead!
Thing every thirsty teenager in 1997 said when they realized Titanic was rated PG-13 somehow makes its way into the script.
Actually, the real sin here is the watermelon truck being there in the first place, since motor vehicles are not allowed in Venice.
Dr. Brian is not an octopus. He is...
An octopus. Precisely. That's exactly what our intel indicated. Release the sheep.
Letting this suspicious sheep go without at least double-checking your new information first.
Considering that the penguins had just encountered Dave and told the North Wind that he's Dr. Brian and that the sheep is an ordinary sheep.
Damn it, Dave.
This not getting Dave's name right bit stopped being funny around the 3rd time and hasn't resumed being funny the 17 times since. I shall let you know if that changes.
Well, that's just your opinion, so I'll be giving out my award.
I have to go do some shopping for revenge.
Where do you even go to purchase revenge? I mean, that feels like something Spencer Gifts might carry, but they won't always be sold.
Chit chat. In this chitty chat. In this chat.
Aim for first class!
Aim for first class? Let's start with how the f*** did you manage to fall through the exterior of the plane?
Nope.
We are the North Wind, and no one breaks the wind.
Get it? It's a fart joke. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Conveniently timed regurgitation of convenient plot globe that is conveniently pointing to the convenient place the penguins already conveniently are is convenient.
And like I've said in past videos, if there were no convenient things, then a movie's story would not even happen in the first place. And for an example, if Star hadn't appeared after Asha made her wish on a star, then Wish's story would not have happened.
I want to help the team. Really help the team.
Movie is trying desperately to get me emotionally invested and skip.
Skip the moment of Private telling Skipper that he doesn't just want to be diversions and be seen as a meaningful and valued member of the team. CinemaSins, ladies and gentlemen.
Flash, is a go.
The 4 words Warner Brothers regrets saying a few years ago somehow made their way into the script.
More unrelated references.
The penguins just walked right in the area with no issue. So why do Classified and company have to sneak in? I know Hollywood thinks we love seeing circles cut through walls and glass, and to be fair, we absolutely do, but I'm me, so f*** off.
I think the penguins were able to enter the aquarium easily because they're small and likely wouldn't attract unwanted attention, whereas the Northwind had to sneak in due to them being bigger animals and likely would have attracted attention had they just walked in.
I guess this movie has decided that leopard seals are the glass breakers of the sea, and I don't know how I feel about that.
But it doesn't matter how you feel about that since this movie is fictional.
Too much.
Thinking that this movie has any clue whatsoever when it's reached too much.
Diverse. Die.
I picked the die version. Can someone make sure this is the die version?
But the movie goes with that because when Skipper agrees to go with Classified's plan, he says a die version like how Classified says it.
We celebrate with a well-earned high one and feast off Dave's sweet remains.
So Dave's remains would turn into a pineapple? I'd, at the very least, rather watch the movie where that happens than this.
No, they're just holding up the pineapple bits to show that part of their plan since they were having the pineapple be Dave when discussing said plan.
His is better.
Well, considering you were already beaten 4-2 before you voted, Skipper, not sure why your comments matter, but yet we still have to take time out of our lives to listen to them.
Fair point, but the point of the scene is Skipper realizing that he should let the North Wind lead since his plan in Shanghai got Private captured.
The movies.
All right, boys, grab your coconuts and hold them tight.
Get it? It's a testicles joke? Do you get it?
Says the guy who says boner in every other video.
Also, where the f*** were they keeping the coconuts hidden? Actually, now that I say that out loud, even if you have that info, I am no longer interested in knowing it.
They came from Hammerspace, not the place you're thinking of.
Horrible mutant penguins unleashed on the streets of New York City.
Teasing us with a much better finale than the movie delivers.
But I thought the finale in this film was fun and action-packed, so you're just stating your opinion on said finale, and so I'll be giving out my award.
Somebody call the exterminators!
Who are apparently ready with a line of extermination vacuums to pull up in dramatic fashion, just like they teach in extermination school.
But, like I said in the Madagascar 3 video, this is supposed to be an example of a time cut.
I need my skipper.
Hey, that's me! He's talking to me! I'm the skipper! I've got you, little buddy! Skip!
Not again.
That cookie/cake looks lovely, but where and how exactly do you bake that in the Arctic?
That's not what's happening. Skipper's remembering things about Private and that they came from Antarctica at the same time. Also sending something you like.
The Avengers spin is the new Matrix bullet dodge, isn't it?
Arbitrary movie references.
I figured if we could reverse the ray, we could turn everyone back to normal.
They will now figure out how to reverse the ray.
Narration.
I'm the secret weapon.
I no longer know what's going on, guys.
What's going on is that Private planned to use his cuteness to reverse Dave's ray and turn all the penguins back to normal, and it was shown to work since they turned one of the penguins back to normal. So because this sin isn't a problem with this film, I'll give it my award.
Charlize, they're on the ray! Helen, hunt them down! William, hurt them! Hallie, bury them! You, Jack, man the battle stations!
Okay, game recognized game. That was a good run. Jeffrey, rush into sin removal before I change my mind.
Wait, so if you're removing a sin here for the celebrity name word plays, then what was the point of you sinning it and adding 5 sins earlier?
There's just too many of them!
I scream, you scream, we all scream for Deus Ice Cream enough.
And I scream, you scream, we all scream for another misuse of Deus Ex Machina.
Even if I could believe that the Dibble Skibber launches would stay on course to hit the button activating the machine, I still can't buy that the Dibble would be able to apply enough pressure to push the button that would activate the machine.
But it doesn't matter what you believe, since that's what happened.
Looks don't matter. It's what you do that counts.
And ironically, what he did was save how everyone looked, which you're now saying doesn't matter. So, way to contradict your own lesson, bro.
That's fair, but Skipper's main flaw in the movie was underestimating Private's potential since he always just saw him as the cute one of the group. And since Private just saved all the penguins, he's learned that what a member of the team does is what matters more.
What? Are you kidding me?
Also, to be clear, the movie expects us to believe Dave was shrunk and then placed inside a snow globe by the machine. That is a thing that is actually happening right now.
Yeah? So?
The point is, I was wrong about you.
You were not.
Yes, he was. Classified underestimated the penguins and believed that they couldn't save the other penguins since they're just penguins. And they just now proved him wrong since they, especially Private, were able to turn all the penguins back to normal.
Jetpacks are awesome!
I honestly thought jetpack technology would be cooler by 2185. Ah, well.
Again, the movie is not set in 2185. And to close out the video, the image you used here for the sin tallying sentencing is from the Nickelodeon TV show, not the movie itself. And here's the result, everybody. The sin total was 118, and the sentence will be hit with the Medusa serum. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.